Hi there, this is K4A, Knowledge for All Educational Videos channel. We are continuing with Scratch tutorials, we are continuing with learning Scratch blocks, and in this video I'm going to try to explain how and when to use Scratch block which is named change x by some amount. Okay, let's go to Scratch and see that in action. Okay, I have made some kind of pause with making these videos, and I had some issues with one of my desktop computers, so I hope I will continue making these faster now. And anyway, I'm kind of confused where we have left off so far. Let's start this again. Yes, cat snaps to the left. We have some kind of elevator going to the up, and this butterfly is flying randomly. This cat can be moved to the left. If it steps on acid, it disappears and turns green. When it steps on lava, it turns red and says this is lava. Okay, and I can go up and down also. Cool, that's it for now. When I start it again, it snaps to the start. Okay, it resets. Okay, cool. So let's start now with explaining our new block. This new block, change x by, I will drag and drop it to the Scratch coding window. I will zoom it a little bit. It is one of the motion blocks. It is blue block, and this change x by block is dependent on direction, and I have explained direction in previous video, which was named what is direction, and their direction is explained in more details. I will explain it here maybe in few sentences for some of you who didn't watch that video, but I recommend watching that video also. And this change x by Scratch block is also connected to coordinate system, x and y coordinates, which we have explained before. You can also watch that in previous video, but again I will explain it in short here again probably. Okay, as you have, I will for explanation I will have to change my stage. I will click on stage here, then on backdrops, so I will change backdrop to x and y grid just to make it more simple to see. And if you remember earlier watching our videos, we have explained that Scratch background, Scratch backdrop stage is divided on with two axes. One is x axis, which goes from left to the right, and second axis is y axis, blue on the screen. It goes from bottom to the top, and these two axes are perpendicular. They cross each other at one point, at center point, which says x0 y0, and this coordinate system is used so we can know where on the stage exactly our sprite is. So we can have so-called coordinates. Those numbers are under your stage, x and y, and if you change your sprite position, they will change too, so you can see in every second where your sprite is, so you can see where its x and y coordinates are. Okay, so if we have new block here which says change x by, that means this block will change x position of our character, of our sprite, and that x position, as I have just said, means left or right. So if I move cat to the right, x position is changing, it grows, and if I move it to the left, x position is changing, and it becomes smaller and smaller. It goes into the negative numbers. So I will use this change X to change the position of my cat to the left or to the right, and that's all cool. But some of you will say now, okay, but we have learned that earlier and before when we have used this block move, and that's true, but there is some kind of difference between these two blocks. This move block is not the same as this change X by, although sometimes it will look like they act the same. That's not the truth. That it's only illusion. It's only for some samples, for some kind of situations, but in general they are very, very different, and now we are going to learn how and when that is. Okay, so let's see that in action. If let me find first where I use my move block. I use it here for the right arrow, and I use it here for the left arrow. Okay, that makes sense, and that is how we move our cat to the left and to the right. I will zoom these two blocks to make it easier to see and move these blocks here. Okay, cool. So if I start the game and I press the right arrow, you can see how it blinks, and the cat sprite moves 10 steps to the right. Same for the left arrow. If I press it, the cat moves 10 steps to the left. That's all cool, but where is the problem? For our game and the game which I'm making now, there is no problem, because it's very, very simple, and you cannot make that kind of problem which I will explain now. But for some of your more complex games which you will, I hope, make in the future, sometimes you will need to change this direction which I have explained earlier, and you can do that by typing this number here, or you can do it also by code, but we haven't learned that yet, because we haven't learned blocks which are used for changing direction by code. So for now on, either go to the direction video and watch it so you can see how it works, or try to play a little bit with this circle here and see how this sprite, this cat, moves, or to be more precise, rotates on the stage. And that's what this direction represents. It's actually the number which represents the angle of rotation of your sprite. So changing it by number here by typing it, or changing it here by dragging this arrow, your cat will rotate on the stage. And as I said, for some of your complex games or for some of your top-down games, you will need to use this button either by typing it here or either by coding it into your code. And that's all cool. Let's restart this to starting position, which was 90. But you're again confused. Okay, but I still don't see the connection between change X and move. Okay, so for example, if you have accidentally moved this arrow here and rotated your cat, you can do it sometimes by accident by clicking here, or sometimes by changing this number by accident, or sometimes your code will do it, or I don't know, it will just happen from time to time, or you maybe define your game somehow so your code rotates the cat or something like that. And if I start the game now and if I press move, I expect my cat to go to the right, but what will happen? My cat actually goes diagonally. It goes up to the clouds. It goes to the top right corner, and same goes here with the left, and I don't want that to happen. I wanted my cat to go in the straight line, straight to the right or straight to the left. So why is this happening, and how to solve it, how to resolve this problem? I can press this endlessly and it will happen on and on. So one way to resolve it is to we'll show that in the second step, but in the first step, the easier, it's not easier but more precise, more sure version is to use this change x block instead of this move block. Why? Because this move block, move 10 steps, will move your character, your sprite, in direction in which your character is pointing to. If I look at my direction, my character is now pointing to 62. As I said, it maybe happened by accident, or I don't know how, but that's the way it goes here in this game for now, for our example. So to avoid my cat going diagonally, I will just use my change x, and now I'm 100% sure that my character will go only and only to the x axis, which is to the right or to the left. I have to change that to the left also, but let's try to the right only. And I want my cat only to move like this, only to the right or only to the left. And I don't want it to move it diagonally. Okay, let's start the game and try pressing the right button. And yeah, it looks funny, like, but not so bad. And my cat is moving to the right only, so this works for the right arrow, and cat now only changes its X position, and that's what we wanted. Let's do that for left arrow. We want our cat to move to the left, and as we have learned before, when we want our cat to change its X position or to go to the left, we have to use minus number, like we did here with move. We have typed here move minus 10 steps, so we will type here change X by minus 10 and change into the next costume. Let's try this here, and cat goes to the right, cat goes to the left, and cat never goes diagonally. We didn't want our cat to go diagonally, and with these two blocks, change X by 10 and change X by minus 10, our cat will never go diagonally. It can go only straight to the left, straight to the right, and as we have coded before, change Y and change Y by minus, it also goes to the bottom and to the top. So this is one way to be sure that your cat, your character sprite, will always move in the straight lines. But as we have learned before, we have to rotate our cat again back to the something which looks more nice on our stage, and that is 90, value of 90 degrees. And now cat looks to the right, and it goes to the right always. It won't. It will never be. With using these blocks change X, we are sure that problem which we have just explained here will never happen again. Our cat will always move to the right and to the left, and it will never move diagonally. So, as we have learned today, the difference between this move and this change X blocks is that this move block will move your character, your sprite, diagonally if your character direction is not 90, and it will always move it in some kind of direction you're pointing to, and this change X will always move your character only and only in the straight left or right line. So it means it will always move it straight line, in straight X coordinate line. And that's it for this video. I hope I will see you in next videos where we are going to learn more new blocks with which are dealing with direction, rotation, and these new things which we are learning now. And if you have some kind of problems or issues or questions, type them in the comments, so I will try to explain them in a easier and more understandable way. Okay, that's it for this video, and I hope I will see you in next one. Bye for now.